Good morning, friends. Namaste to all. Welcome to Unified 11th week. This week is very interesting topic. It is enlivening the heart. It is a must to know for everyone. Please just sit relaxed. Once again, welcome to everyone. Welcome to 11th week. Enlivening the heart. Please listen carefully. So these instructions are very, very important. Once we are clear with the instructions, then we go with the meditation. Just keep your eyes closed. Just be with awareness and listen to the instructions. Do not go into deep meditation, my dear friends. It is important to know the theory and the practice for everyone. We are strengthening our connection from the heart. Your heart has a connection to the universal intelligence. Your heart has a connection to the God intelligence, which has everything in it. So it's important to know the instructions and understand it. Enlivening the heart. God knows everything. Every law of nature is part of the thought of God, which created everything. If you visualize the God who created this creation, it is part of his thought. So it is everything is there in God's thought. The interaction of molecule, season, that states of physical matter, so matter, the spiritual worlds, gravity, time, nature of love, the purpose of mankind, the balance of nature and galaxies, and so on and on. Everything you could imagine is part of that thought, initial thought. So that means God knows it all, everything. He knows it consciously. It is not just it is there. He knows it consciously. So that is, it is his thought that contains all knowledge. By now you know the logical extension of God's omniscience. We already know it. You also know everything. How do you know everything? Because we are connected with the God. You are that one same thought. Because we are also one with that thought. So we also know everything. Everything in that thought is there for you to know and think. Only thing that we need to know is just connect to that thought and get the information from there. That everything is already there. You only need to tune into that thought and ask whatever you want to know. It's very simple for us. So everything is there. Only tune into that thought and get whatever you want to know. See how silly it is when everything is there, we still make mistakes. The answers are all there. There is no need to guess or fumble. Friends, please listen carefully. Don't go into deep meditation. We will do meditation once this topic is over. The suffering of any kind arises only when you are not tapped into that knowledge. Suffering results from mistakes. And mistakes are not, what is a mistake? Mistakes are not taking and using that knowledge is yours. There is a knowledge, but we are not taking that. That is mistake. That means we are missing the taking of knowledge. That's called mistake. Just take the knowledge and use it for yourself. Now there is no excuse for errors or suffering or simply not living your life to the fullest. Everybody should live their life to the fullest. Now we know the knowledge. Now we know how to connect to that knowledge. So now there is no excuse for errors, suffering, and everybody should live their life to the fullest. And we also know our origin. And you also know that your share in God's all-knowingness. Furthermore, now you are in tune with your higher self. By now, everybody is in tune with the higher self. The higher self is the source of all knowledge. So you are in tune with the higher self, and your higher self has all the knowledge. So there is no place to make mistakes, errors in your life anymore. With such awareness, every impulse of yours is naturally correct and perfect to bring your experiences filled with all God's qualities. So now our experiences can be with all God qualities. You may not intellectually understand everything there is to know. Intellect is such a small part of you. It is in your head. While the connection to all intelligence is in your heart. So, connection to all intelligence is in your heart. Whereas your head, intellect, is a very small portion of it. So you may not understand it, everything, but you can connect to the intelligence through your heart. In your heart, you know what you are doing is right. Even though your intellect may not understand, may even argue against it. That's why we bring in our logical mind and confuse sometimes. The intellect is limited to the sum total of your experiences since you separated from your higher self. Your intellect is sum total of your experiences from the day you are separated from your higher self. So the intellect is very, very limited. So intellect assumes that you are a separate and lone being. That is kind of a fantasy, kind of illusion. Whereas heart does not deal with the fantasies. It is your connection to your whole self, to all intelligence, and to all truth. It leads you to right actions, to fulfillment, to success, and back to the wholeness. So your heart leads you to right actions, fulfillment, and to success, and finally to your wholeness. That is why the emphasis this week is to enlivening your heart. It is important we enliven our heart. So there is a formula to claim. The formula is, I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring my all-knowing intelligence. So we need to claim this. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. So everybody should make note of this one. It's very important. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. And there is a practice for this. So what is the practice? During our meditations or in a quiet time, discover the thoughts that you have that prohibit your heart from opening up to all knowledge, and deal with those thoughts. And we know how to deal with those thoughts. We did in the last week. Once you have the negative thoughts, heal them and release them and replace with the right thoughts. There could be some thoughts that are stopping us from all-knowing intelligence. So anything that you do during this week, you should always center yourself in the heart. Keep your total attention and your awareness in your heart center. Naturally, you are focused there. So another very second important thing this week is we are practicing a new tool for tapping into all-knowing intelligence. The new tool is kinetic signal from your higher self. It is a signal from your higher self. Basically, the signal says yes and no. It's very simple, yes or no. This is how we are trying to tap into our intelligence. Actually, you may already have such kind of signal, like chill up in the spine when you are about to say or do something wrong or evil things. Some people experience sweaty palms, twitch someplace. These could be various forms of signals from your higher self. You may not remember any now because we are not aware of it. But as you become more familiar with signals, some will daunt you. So these signals, you are not slave for those signals, but you can change the signal, whatever the signal that you are comfortable with, whatever you feel comfortable with. This is true with all signals, even the main signal from your higher self. There is a main signal that we are practicing from the day one. And the new signal is yes or no signals. So these yes or no signals are very important, friends. Everybody should know how and should be comfortable with it. So this week, we'll practice this kinetic signal, the yes or no signal. So how do you practice for this yes or no signal? Please listen carefully. Sit comfortably with your head and spine very vertical. For this practice, our spine and head should be very vertical but comfortable. Settle down with your attention in your heart. Get your higher self signal. First, get the higher self signal and communicate for as long as there is feeling to do so. If you want to communicate, you can keep communicating. If you feel like communicating with the higher self, once that is done, then say, dear higher self. You have to say that dear and the name of your higher self. My higher self, please give me yes signal by rotating my head from right to left 3 times. So basically, we are asking for a yes signal by rotating my head from right to left 3 times. For S signal, our head will rotate 3 times. Sit easily with your head as though it were sitting in a pivot. Do not resist any movement. Let it gently swing to left and then back to point of beginning. It will repeat this 3 times and your higher self signal will return. So, and our actual higher self signal, which we do, the main signal, will again come back. We need to practice this S signal several times in our meditation. That is S signal, my dear friends. Hope it is clear. When you are comfortable with S signal, we need to practice for the no signal. So in the same manner, sit quiet and comfortable, ask for higher self signal, and then say this: dear, and the name of the higher self, my higher self, please give me no signal by rotating my head from right to left once. So for S signal, head will rotate 3 times, whereas for no signal, it will rotate only once. Then relax again. Allow your head to rotate on left and return it to the original position. You need to practice this also several times. Each day practice the yes and no signal by demanding the yes and then the no. Mix them up. So we practice multiple times during day. We can mix it up. We can say yes first, no then. Say like what are the ways that you can do it. This week is only to practice the signals. For now, don't ask any questions or to be answered by signals. In future, we'll ask questions and we'll ask for the signal. The signal is yes or no for that question. But this week, we are just getting the signal. Remember, my dear friends, it's very, very important you keep your attention in your heart while doing this practice. If you keep your attention on your head, you may get the wrong signal. Because we logically or intentionally you may do that. If you keep your attention, total attention on your heart, you get the actual signal, my dear friends. So it's very important you always keep your attention heart center while doing this practice. Hope that is clear to everybody. So for now, we will not ask any questions. We just practice the signal and get them strongly perfected. Need to be perfected. So you can read the yes and no easily. Feel so comfortable with them that you can have no doubts about this process. So when you have perfected it comfortably, you will not have any doubts about this process. If you have doubts, keep practicing till you are comfortable and confident about the process. For some people, they may get another signal instead of rotating head, and if you like that signal, go with it. Your higher self may know that another type of signal is better for your psychology. Again, if you can't stand your yes and no signal, you can demand a different one. If you think you cannot stand that signal, you can demand a different one. But don't ask the new signal just to test the process. This is not the way it works. If you cannot really stand the signal, then you can ask for new signal. But don't ask the signal to test the process, my dear friend. The tests of this type do not work. to only make you vulnerable to the doubts. Have no doubts on the process. And another important thing is throughout the week, simply be aware that your heart is opening. Trust your feelings. Act on them. Trust your feelings, my dear friends, and act on them. Your creating formula is enlivening and empowering your heart. This is the connection to God's thought, which is all knowledge. Its input will be feelings of the heart. Enjoy it. So this is a connection to God's thought, which is all knowledge. And how are the inputs that you get? The inputs will be in the feelings of the heart. You will feel that the joy and bliss, whatever feeling that you are expecting, and just enjoy that. So this week we are doing two things, my dear friends. First thing is we are claiming enlivening and empower of art. Second is we are practicing yes-no signal, and everybody should get perfection with the yes-no signal, because in the future when you ask questions, when you receive a signal, you should be comfortable with that signal. You should not have any doubts about the process. So this week practice as much as possible so that your process get perfected and you will have no doubts. Hope the process is clear to everybody. We'll do meditation now. Please everybody close your eyes, sit comfortably. Keep your eyes closed. Just observe your natural normal breath, my dear friends. Just be with your breath. My dear friends, today we'll work on the claim. So please follow my instructions. Just be with your breath. Let us form a group energies here. Visualize yourself sitting in a crystalline pyramid, sitting in a circle form, holding each other's hand. Let us invite masters and connect with the masters' energies. Always keep your attention at your heart center and observe your breath. Your attention is at heart center and observing the natural normal breath, my dear friends. Let us invite Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji. Connect with his energies. Let us invite Mahavtar Babaji and connect with his energies from your heart. Let us invite Adi Yogi and Adi Parashakti. Connect to them. Feel their presence. Let us invite divine feminine energies. Let us invite our higher self. Let us invite all our astral security masters. Let us invite all our teachers and guides who are guiding and helping us. Be with the consciousness of all these grand masters are here. Be with the group consciousness, my dear friends. Keep yourself centered in the heart. Keep your attention, your heart center. First part, we'll work on our claim. This is called creating formula. Let us work on our formula, my dear friends. The first part of the formula, the God, the divine qualities. Visualize and recognize the divine qualities. Light, love, happiness, joy, abundance, peace, all-knowing intelligence, courageous, anything that you can give it to God. Keep yourself centered in the heart. Think of the divine qualities. And the second part is I. Give those divine qualities to yourself. I am light. I am love. I am happy. I am joyful. I am blissful. I am peaceful all the time. My life is filled with abundance. I get everything that I needed. I have all-knowing intelligence. I am courageous. Our third part of the creating formula is create and claim and accept. So we are claiming our enlivening and connection to the all-knowing intelligence. Please repeat after me. I claim now that enlivening and empowering my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. Please claim this and accept it. Now I accept my claim. I claim now that I enliven and empower my heart to bring me my all-knowing intelligence. Keep yourself centered in the heart and claim this, my dear friends. The fourth part of the creating formula is thoughts. Thoughts that are stopping us from claiming our all-knowing intelligence. Please keep yourself centered in the heart. Ask your higher self, what are the thoughts that are prohibiting me from accessing my all-knowing intelligence? Keep yourself centered in the heart. You may receive the thoughts and release those thoughts. Heal those thoughts and release them. If you received any thoughts, please deal with them. Otherwise, please say this. I heal and release the thoughts, known or unknown, conscious or subconscious thoughts that are stopping me from claiming my all-knowing intelligence. The fifth part of the formula is forgiveness. My heart is in a state of forgiveness all the time. The sixth part is thanks. I thank God for creating this formula to claim my all-knowing intelligence. The seventh part is Amen. I relate this claim to the natural laws of creation. My claim is now created. This is the creating formula, my dear friends. Just keep your total attention in heart center and experience energy there. As you keep your consciousness at the heart center, you may feel the physical sensations. That is how you will know you have your attention at your heart center. My dear friends, we will also practice yes no signal today. Keep yourself centered in the heart. Sit straight. Keep your spine and head straight. Make sure you are very, very comfortable and in the free motion. Your motion should be free. Please sit straight, spine and head. your head up and straight, my dear friends. Please adjust yourself for the signal. Keep it relaxed. Center yourself in the heart. Do not move your attention to your head. Always your attention is on the heart center or heart. Ask for a higher self signal, the main signal. My higher self, please give me my signal. Once you receive the signal, if you have anything to communicate. I said thank you and I love you, my higher self. Next, ask for yes signal. Dear Balka, that is my higher self. Say your higher self name. Dear Balka, my higher self. Please give me my signal. Please give me my yes signal by rotating my head from right to left 3 times. My dear higher self, please give me my yes signal by rotating my head right to left 3 times. Keep yourself quiet and calm, centered in the heart. You will only receive signal when you totally keep your attention at heart center, my dear friends. Now let us try for the no signal. Dear higher self, please give me my no signal by rotating my head right to left one time. Dear Balka, my higher self, please give me my signal. Please give me my no signal by rotating my head from right to left one time. Those who received both yes no signal, you can try one more time, my dear friends. You can try as many times as you want. Remember to keep your attention on your heart. Last 2 minutes, my dear friends. Please spread the light and the love around you, around your family, few feet away, and to the planet. Spread your love and the light. Last 30 seconds. Let us thank our masters. Thank you, Brahmarshi Pitama Patraji. Thank you, Mahatma Babaji, for giving this course, for your love and guidance. Thank you. Thank you, Adi Yogi and Adi Parashakti, for all your energies. Thank you, all the divine feminine energies. Thank you, all the astral security masters. Thank you, all our guides and teachers. Thank you, my dear higher self, for your love and guidance. I thank every participant here. I thank you from my heart for your presence and for your energies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Last 5 seconds, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Rub your hands. Place it on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly remove your hands and open your eyes, my dear friends. I once again thank you for joining today. So this is a new week. I hope you are clear with the instructions. There are like 2 parts. Part 1 is creating formula, and the second one is yes no signal. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Those who are watching on YouTube, please leave comments or reach out to me if you have any question. Please get the process perfected. It's very important as going forward. When you ask question, if you want to get the right answer, you need to get perfected with this process. It's very important. So that's why I'm stressing more on this one. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you again. So if you have any questions or please let me know. Yes, Arlene, please go ahead.
Morning, Sudhakar Garo.
Good
I have a question. From last 2, 3 weeks, I've already started getting signals of yes or no from my higher self. Because when you ask question, I used to get a particular signal about yes, And
Yeah.
today, when you asked about yes or no, I got the same signal, what I used getting from 2, 3 weeks, but not the signals like from left to right or right to left. So I can stay with my original signal because it's a head signal, but it like goes like when it's yes, it goes like down as yes, and when it's no, then there is no signal. And it's happening from almost like 2, 3 weeks. Whenever I generally ask a question, when I sit in meditation, I ask a question, if it's yes, like should I go about it? So even small things. So I used to get the signals where heading down, like yes, you can go ahead or whatever, like even a thought or whatever. So today, when you said about left to right and right to left, I didn't get that signals. But again, when you said the yes signals, I had the same signal from I'm getting from 3 weeks. So is that okay?
Yes, of course, absolutely
Okay.
okay. And
All right.
that's great. You're well ahead of our process. I am glad you were connected
No,
very
it's
well.
all thanks to you. Life has been properly, like completely changed. So you ask questions, you get answers, and then you're on the right track. So thank you so
Yes.
much, Sudhakar Garu, for this.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for staying and adding your energies. And that's really great encouragement for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, I hope you heard Harleen experience, see how she's receiving answers for every question, even for small things, whether you want to buy something or not. So that's how the all intelligence is going to help us. It's going to lead you to success. So thank you, Harleen. Thanks for sharing that. And Deepika, ma'am, please go ahead.
Hello, Sudhakar Garu. So, yeah, it was lot of information today. So I was like, okay, am I really getting it or not? So when you told for yes signal, I didn't really feel much, but probably I wasn't like focusing on my heart. And then I started focusing on my heart. I felt like huge energy gush, and then I got the no signal. I was like, wow, did this really happen? And then you told to repeat, and I was repeating. Then I said, ask for yes signal. I got yes signal again. So yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, madam. Great. Yeah, if you don't focus on your heart, you may not get, because you will be with your mind and you intentionally will do that. So that's not the signal. So if you focus on your mind, you are doing it, you are not receiving the signal. So that's kind of wrong signal. So if you are at your heart, you get the right signal from higher self.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear actually. Like there was a lot of energy rush
Yes.
at that time, and
Yes.
then I got the signal, and then everything settled down after. So
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's great.
thank
Yeah, thank you. And Vaishnavi Sri, please go ahead, ma'am.
Sudhakar Garu, thank you so much for this wonderful session. Life has been really very different since I've been attending. So I really thank you so much, and thank you to my two other friends who introduced me to this session. I've never spoken before. I just want to share a few things starting from yesterday.
Yes.
Yesterday, usually in the circle, I have my favorite gods sit in the circle along with everybody. At the end of the session, I was able to see you in the pyramid, and I felt like all the gods were merging into Mahavatar Babaji. I just couldn't believe it, and it was really, really amazing. I feel it's a true meaning of being unified. And last couple weeks, when we've been discussing about the thoughts that are hindering our progress, I kept getting this thought. We are born with some, or we have some ingrained biases. You are so and so. You're born to, fulfill your sins or your karma. So somehow or the other, we are born, or we keep these biases and we grow up with them. So I had this doubt, how can I be unified with God? So I kept getting this thought that the doubt I have, maybe the sins you've committed in the past lives, that's why you're not God. So I kept getting this thought that it's your doubt, it's your fear that you are not able to progress, and that is what is hindering your progress in being unified or in progressing in meditation. So I kept getting that thought, and today when we started this new session and you started talking, my doubt was like through the roof. But each time my attention was going into my head, you kept saying, focus on your heart, focus on your heart. And few seconds was enough. And I am really even trembling and shaking even now that I was able to feel that yes or no, that shaking of the head. It wasn't like how we shake our head when we are outside meditation.
Yes.
It was a small swaying, a very small swaying. And even that swaying was distinctively different between yes and no. So I think I will, that's all I want to share. I just really thank you, and thank you all the participants for sharing their energies. And I really appreciate you, Sudhakar garu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. It's a really amazing experience. Even I have chills on my spine listening to your experiences. Thank you, yes, and I'm glad you were able to come out of that doubt. You think you are committed sin, but nobody here. We are all to progress here, and great. We're getting unified, and your vision also great, especially in the circle, in the pyramid. So always, not only Babaji, there's so many other masters. We are in the big circle, they're in the small circle inside the circle. So as energies rises, we all get unified actually. So, and thank you, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sudhakar garu. The first time I saw Patriji was on the Buddha Purnima day. And that day, when I saw him, I almost like he was performing, he was playing his flute, but I felt like there was a lot of lights around him on top of his head. He was sitting there, and I was not meditating. I was just sitting there watching him. I felt like he had a lot of aurora borealis, like green lights, pink lights, yellow lights, all swaying on top of him. Like again, the doubt is so profound.
Yeah.
And you're like, is this your imagination or is this? But now I'm beginning to understand that there is something beyond what our mind can perceive. My mind is not grown enough to perceive all that we sometimes see, and all is not imagination. So my doubt is not gone, but I'm hopefully.
See, the mind can never grow to understand everything. So it is very limited, and it is created for that limited purpose. So it's only doing that part. So it can never understand beyond its limit. So don't expect you can understand everything intellectually. Few things you need to experience it and then go with experience. You cannot everything interpret with the mind, and it's not possible at all. So it's only your experience that will prove that.
Yes, sure, Sudhakar. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. I appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am. And Varsha, ma'am, please go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Very nice. I today start very at the end point, but when you say the signal, I get the yes or no signal with the neck right and left, and also after that something in my mind and I cry also. Means I get that signal.
Nice.
But process is started, but I am unknown of this maybe.
Yeah. So please, Varsha, madam, I know you was asked question last week, but please try to join 5 minutes early. Try to participate in the process. All your doubts, all your little bit frustrations will go away. But I'm glad you were able to.
I am feeling very nice after joining this course, but I am still not means stick with the to achieve all this process and all this. Only I means joining like that.
Okay, you join every day and everything will go away. Like everybody are going through that phase. You'll feel
Because
better.
I only joining at morning. After that, I am nothing doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Yeah, one time is enough.
yeah, means that, and some that clearing aura and closing aura I am doing, but when perfectly it is do, I don't know, but I will read and I will do again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
And Ravindra Garu, you asked a question. So I started class 2 times only. So is there a way you can talk? I tried signal on right to left for yes, right to left 3 times. I just started. Great. Thank you so much. So my first class is your session. Can I call you personally? Yes, you can call me. Message me on the group. I'll call you. I hope that is answered, Ravindra Garu. Thank you. And is there anybody else want to speak? Okay, 3, 2, 1, 0. So nobody. So I'm going to end the session, my dear friend. Thank you all. So I am really excited for this week. It's really interesting for me. I'm very happy. Thank you all. We'll meet again tomorrow. Till then, you have a wonderful time. Thank you all.